Welcome back to the Hawkeye Garage. I am Joe. This week we are working on the GX, the GX470. We're doing another quick and easy, inexpensive mod on the tailgate hatch area. We are installing a hydraulic strut instead of that awful contraption of a locking hinge mechanism that keeps the door from opening. So stay tuned. Yes, that is right. We're going to rip out that assembly, put in a hydraulic strut, add a little bit of support, bracing, and I have to say, this is a mod that I really never planned on doing. I know it's pretty popular, but it had never really been a big issue for me until we went on this last vacation up to South Dakota, where at our Airbnb, we had to kind of park a little off kilter. And so every time I had to open this door, I had to lock it open, and then undoubtedly every time I went to leave the car, I forgot to shut the hatch, and then I had to push it closed, and then of course walk around and unlock it because I hadn't unlocked it. And it was very windy, so even on days like when we had the trailgate table down and we were eating lunch wherever we were, even if it was on a flat surface, the door would want to blow closed, and yeah, it was just time to do that, and I'm very happy that I did. We're gonna point the camera down here, we're gonna talk about a few things, and we will go from there. All right, couple things first. I'm not gonna do an entire install video. This is gonna be kind of an overview. There's lots of videos and overviews on how to do this exactly. I'm just gonna point to a couple things, give my thoughts, and my recommendations based on what I did versus what I saw online. If you guys are hearing a little bit of humming and wind noise, I am sorry. It's extremely hot. I have the windows open. I actually have a new portable air conditioning unit in the garage blowing nice cold air on me. That we're gonna have a video about that in the future. New Air provided that to me, but I have my lapel mic on, trying to minimize any excess noise, but you're not going crazy if that's what you're hearing, and I'm sorry. Anyway, so first off, you're just gonna unbolt that hinge thing. There's a bolt, gonna be one bolt here, two bolts underneath there, pretty simple. Unbolt that, but you're gonna wanna save one bolt, and you wanna set that hinge aside because we're gonna need it to make a template later. Then, you're gonna need to get your handy dandy angle grinder or hacksaw or something, because we're going to cut the top of this off, and we're going to screw a ball into it. One of these guys. I will drop links down below. If I forget to do it, somebody comment below and I will see that I forgot to do it and I will add them. But these are just balls that these hydraulic struts mount to. If you've ever replaced a hydraulic strut, you know exactly what it is. I got all of this stuff from the same website. It was not too terribly priced, more on that later. But we are going to cut the top of that. It's like a sleeved nut almost, and we're just going to cut the top of it off so that just the bottom part of the threads are left. Once you get in there, it's pretty self-explanatory on what you need to cut off. You do need to remove this plastic shrouding, and you're going to just pop this clip out, it comes out by hand, and then you can pop all of that out also by hand. And the mount that is in there, there's 3 bolts holding it on. You will need to remove that because you're not going to want to shoot sparks all over your paint work and into your hatch and stuff. Plus you're going to probably want to hit it with some spray paint just to ease any rust issues. Then we're going to go boom over here, and we're going to install another one of those balls where one of the bolts holding the hinge assembly was. That's pretty easy, and you are going to need to retain a bolt for the back there, because you're going to take a piece of 2-inch by approximately 15-inch piece of, I used 3/16 steel stock, and we're basically going to just lay our hinge on there, trace our bolt holes, drill those out. It is a 3/8 hole, and you're going to bolt that in there to give a little bit of extra support. Now, you are going to want to do that because I did it without at first, because I kind of just wanted to see what it was going to do. Also, I used a 40-pound hydraulic strut, which is what everyone says online to use. There's no way, unless you have like a 33-inch spare bolted to your hatch, with one of those aftermarket spare tire covers, or you have just a ton of steel molly panels and gear on there. That 40-pound is so heavy. I forgot that it was there a couple times, and I just let the door swing open, and it did start to distort the sheet metal down here before I had that bracket installed. So this is a 20-pound strut with the bracketing. It still opens a little bit harder than I would like, and I would like to, in the future, try to figure out some kind of limiting strap to put like up on the hinge. Ooh, let's see. Like a Jeep door has nylon straps because you can take the doors off. So the strap is what keeps the door from flinging open too far. I would like to figure out something there to keep the door just from flinging all the way open every time. And it's really not that bad. With this 20-pound strut, it's more wear and tear on the strut, I feel, than on the door and the hinges and stuff. But like I said, as far as a mod that I wasn't planning on doing, I'm really happy with how it turned out and how it works with the parts that I have used. All right, I told you that was gonna be pretty simple. Again, I'm not gonna go through the whole process. There's lots of videos out there. This was more of my insight onto how to improve that process after the fact with a 20-pound strut instead of a 40-pound, or even a 30-pound. I feel is just too strong. I opted for the strut that had the steel ends instead of the plastic ones. Truth be told, I actually started this mod at a junkyard because these struts can be kind of expensive, and I just didn't know which way I wanted to go. I didn't want to buy a 40-pound right off the bat and then come to find out it's too strong. So I went to the junkyard, found a couple hood struts that were about the same size, and of course the balls, the sockets, were two different sizes on two different ends. So I drilled one out just a little bit, and with that 40-pound strut, the one time I forgot to catch the door, it just shattered that plastic end. So I opted for the ones with the steel ends. They are 10 millimeter balls with I believe these are 8mm bolt threads, and of course I will drop those links down below. The strut is about 24.5 inches overall length, and I did double check. I measured, this is 14 inches long, so you're gonna need at least like a 2-foot long section. Now, all that being said, if you want to do this but you kind of don't want to have to track down the parts, you don't have a way to cut and drill steel, it was more efficient for me to buy double of everything because of shipping costs. So I have another one of these kits. Well, it's almost done. I got to drill these holes and paint this. I have another one of these kits that I'm gonna sell to somebody if you want. Basically for what I have in it, I think probably like, I don't know, $40 shipped. Lower 48 will probably cover it. If you're interested in that, email me, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com. We can figure that out. But anyway, yes, I'm very happy with that. I don't think it's going to knock over the grocery line loading people with that gate, because you actually, after you unlatch it, you have to pull it open about 1/3 of the way before it starts to carry itself the rest of the way, which is nice. That's what I wanted. The 40-pound one was, man, you just unlatched it and boom, it was open. So I like it. We'll see how it does off-road. Off kilter, see if it keeps the door open. I think it will. If you have ideas about the nylon catch, please, again, email me, hawkeyeskunkworks@gmail.com, or of course, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, please give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. We drop a video every Sunday, and head on over to my Instagram and my Facebook, links in the description, of course, where I post all of this goodness, plus all my other day-to-day stuff as well. So, until the next video drops, thank you for watching, take care, goodbye.